समाम्नायमधिगम्य महेश्वरात् तत्सम्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। मुनित्रयं नमस्कृत्य तदुक्तिः परिभाव्य च वैयाकरणसिद्धान्तकौमुदीयं विरच्यते। उपपदद्विरणे स्मः। यत्र अन्यस्य पदस्य योगेन द्वितीया विभक्तिः विधीयते तत्र आदौ वार्तिकद्वयं दृष्टम्। उभसर्वतसोः कार्या धिगुपर्यादिषु त्रिषु द्वितीयां रेडितान्तेषु ततोऽन्यत्रापि दृश्यते। उभयतः सर्वतः इत्यादीनाम् अव्ययानां योगे द्वितीया विभक्तिः विहिता। ततः अभितः परितः समयानिकषा हा प्रतियोगेऽपि इत्यनेन तेषां योगे द्वितीया विभक्तिः दृष्टा। We had one sutra antaraantareण युक्ते अंतरा अंतरेण इति द्वे अव्यये ताभ्यां योगेऽपि द्वितीया विभक्तिर्भवति। ततः आरब्धं कर्मप्रवचनीय प्रकरणम्। So कर्मप्रवचनीयाः इति संज्ञाधिकारः दृश्यते अष्टाध्यायः प्रथमाध्यायस्य चतुर्थपादे। So around 16 or 17 sutras have this adhikara. So this is a mahasamnya. So कर्मप्रवचनीयाः इत्युक्ते किम् इत्यपि अस्ति, केषां भवति इति अधिकारादपि ज्ञायते. So we had quite a bit of discussion about what exactly are karma pravachaniyas, or what do they mean, what do they indicate. So as I said, we will go through the sutras, and I need to go through the bhashya myself to have a better understanding of all the discussions which have gone on in the bhashya. But basically karma pravachaniyas, how are they derived as karma proktavantaha iti karma pravachaniyaha. Those which have told a kriya in the past, as Ravichandranji was mentioning. In this, we saw one particular example. Parjanyaha japamanu pravarshat. Anu is a pradi there. So, karma prachaniya samya is always for pradis, pra, para, etc., which are associated with kriya as upasarga and gati. Okay, so pradayaha. So pradis have several samyas which you have to remember. Pradayaha ityanena nipata samya bhavati. Upasargah kriya yoge iti upasarga samya bhavati. Gatischa ityanena gati samya bhavati. Idanim karma pravachaniyaha ityanena karma pravachaniya samya api vidhiyamana asti. So where and what, where do they get such samya, and what is something to be known? Okay. So yes, in this case, in case of karma pravachaniyas, they have a kriya yoga, because that is what is the point of discussion, because otherwise they cannot be an exception for gati or upasarga. Okay, there is a kriya yoga, but not directly with any kriya here. So they actually indicate a particular kind of sambandha with the kriya, but the kriya is not here, not directly heard here, and it is not even known as an akshepa. It is known that there is a kriya because there is this particle. Just a second, please. Example, they give this Parjanyaha Japam Anu Pravarshat, where we have Anu, which gets karma pravachaniya samya by Anur Lakshane. Okay, Anur Lakshane iti sutram asti. Ena Lakshane Dhyotye Anuhu karma pravachaniya samya syat iti uchyate. So Lakshanam nama Gyapakam. अत्र वृष्टिकालः कः, वृष्टिः कदा अभवत् अथवा पर्जन्यः कदा प्रावर्षत् इति प्रश्ने जपः लक्षणत्वेन svikriyate. Japa is taken as the lakshana, that is as an indicator of the time of rain. So in addition to being an indicator, it is also the hetu. That is the point in Anurlakshane. Why do we have a separate sutra for Anurlakshane? यतोहि अग्रे एकं सूत्रं उद्देश्यते अद्य पश्यामः लक्षणेत्थं भूताख्यानभागवीप्सासु प्रतिपत्य नमः अस्ति तत्र लक्षणे द्योत्ये अनोः कर्मप्रवचनीयसंज्ञा विहिता पुनः अत्र विधानं किमर्थम् इति प्रश्नः तत्रोच्यते हेतुत्वमपि अत्र अस्ति यत्र कश्चन पदार्थः लक्षणं भवति तथैव हेतुः तत्र लक्षणेत्थं भूताख्यान इत्यनेन कर्मप्रवचनीयसंज्ञा तत्प्रयुक्ता द्वितीया विभक्तिश्च प्राप्नोति पुनः हेतौ इति तृतीया विभक्तिरपि प्राप्नोति का विभक्तिः स्यात् इति प्रश्ने परत्वात् हेतुतृतीया एव भवेत् इति स्थितिः तदा तां तृतीया विभक्तिं बाधितुं पुनः अत्र अनुर्लक्षणे इत्युच्यते पुनःसंज्ञाविधानात् किं भवति यत्र लक्षणं द्योत्यते अनुना हेतुत्वम् अस्ति चेदपि तत्र कर्मप्रवचनीय संज्ञा एव भवति तत्प्रयुक्ता द्वितीया विभक्तिश्च भवति न तु तृतीया इत्येतदर्थं पुनःसंज्ञाविधानम् इत्युच्यते so now this japa is both treated as the lakshana and the hetu bhuta japopalakshitam varshanam. So japa is the reason, Parjanya japa or the Varuna japa is the reason, or is the cause of rain, and it is also an indicator of the time of rain. That is, the rain started immediately after the Parjanya, that is after the japa. Parjanyaha japamanu pravarshate. Here, Anu is indicating this lakshana. It is a dyotaka of this lakshana and therefore it has karma pravachaniya samya. The Bhashyakara or perhaps Kayata brings in another point here that Parjanyaha japam anu nishamya pravarshate. That is what Ravichandranji was talking about. Here anu is actually indicating a sambandha with a kriya which is not here. Anu nishamya, that is having heard this Parjanya japa, Parjanyaha pravarshate, the cloud shard rains. So there is a kriya there, a nishamya, which is not told in the sentence, that is, it is not shruta and neither akshipta. That is what the Bhartrhari says in his Karika. Kriyaya, what is it?
Unmuted.
Kriyaya dyotako nayam sambandhasya namachakah napi kriyapadakshepi is
no, I just telling.
Right, so it says kriyayaha dyotakaha nayam. It does not indicate a kriya directly, nor
Muted.
indicate the akshepa of a kriya. Akshepa is where to make sense of it we have to bring in a kriya and then we have to do an anvaya with it. So here we are not doing it, that is, it is not directly indicating or bringing in another kriya pada, but still it indicates a sambandha with such a kriya. That is what I could get. Avichandani, can you explain it in a better way? If you can.
Unmuted.
Or else I'll read it up and see if I can put it better.
It says that it is not, as you said, it is not a jyotaka or a vachaka. It is neither a lakshana, because in this case it was a hetu, and not a vachaka because it's not directly connecting with it.
Yeah.
And it is not also expecting, because after anu we don't hear the nishamya. Only thing is but it gives a sambandha of hetu madbhava sambandha. So it says the sambandhasya tu bhedaka. Just indicate that sambandha of a hetu work.
Right. So that is what karma pravachaniya is, something which is associated with an unheard kriya. I mean, the kriya is not there, but the sambandha with kriya is inherently there, but you cannot see that kriya here. Okay, there is no kriya, but it basically indicates a special kind of a relation. The relation here is the lakshya lakshana bhava and the hetu hetumad bhava. According to the Kauli, at least he takes both. That is, the japa is the hetu. So there is a hetu hetumad bhava between the japa and vrishti, and also there is a lakshya lakshana bhava. That is, the japa, time of japa indicates the time of vrishti. Okay. So both these kinds of relation are being indicated by anu, which is a karma pravachaniya. Okay. Moving on to other cases where we have karma pravachaniya. So let us see if anybody else has anything to say or anything to ask. If things are going too deep, you please feel free to ask or contribute to the discussion. Right. So the next sutra says Tritiyarthe. So Tritiyarthe.
Muted.
So it's a single word in the sutra. Karma pravachaniyaha ityadhikaraha anurlakshane ityatah anuhu iti anuvartate. So this also concerned with anu. Asmin dyotye अर्थात तृतीयार्थे द्योत्ये अनुः उक्ता samyah स्यात् अर्थात कर्म प्रवचनीय samyah स्यात्. So this is where anu is indicating the meaning of tritiya. So what is the tritiya artha is the question. Tritiya vibhakteः कः अर्थः? तृतीया विभक्तिः एतावता नाधीता, किन्तु तृतीया विभक्तेः के अर्थाः सम्भवन्ति? So there is कर्तृकरणयोः तृतीया. Right. So कर्ता भवितुमर्हति, karanam bhavitumarhati, hetuh bhavitumarhati. So there are several different meanings for Tritiya Vibhakti. So which of these are we expected to take here? So the Vyakhyana deals with that. Asmin dyotye iti. So asmin dyotye nama Tritiyarthe dyotye anuh ukta samyah syat ityuchyate. Asmin dyotye iti pratike. Sahayukte apradhane iti Tritiyarthe sahitye dyotye ityartha. So he takes the Tritiya Artha which is given by Sahayukte Apradhane, the sutra. When we have say Ramena Saha. So wherever we have Saha, we have Tritiya. Right? So the Sahartha, that is the togetherness or with something, that is one of the meanings of Tritiya. So that is the one which is to be taken here. So here Anu will indicate Sahitya, that is a sambandha where the two things occur. There is the sahitya, togetherness between the two. Sahitya pradhane iti tritiyarthe sahitye dyotye ityarthah. Atra tritiyarthe ityanena kartrakarane na grihyate. So he says we cannot take karta or karana as tritiyartha here. Why? Ramena sharena anuhato vali ityatra उपपद विभक्तेः कारक विभक्तिर्बलीयसी इति न्यायेन तृतीयायाः एव प्रवृत्त्या अस्याः संज्ञायाः फलाभावात्. So if there is a case where either a karta or a karana is there along with this anu, there is always karaka vibhakti, right? So if there is a, now this is karta and karana. So if karta or karana is indicated by anu and it gets karma pravachaniya samya, then karma pravachaniya yukte it is ditiya vibhakti prapnoti, karta karanayos tritiya ityanena tritiya vibhakti prapnoti. Yatha maya ह्यः uktam upapada vibhakteः karaka vibhaktir baliyasi. Always karaka vibhakti will overrule upapada vibhakti. So naturally the particles will get tritiya by virtue of being karta or karana and will never get the vibhakti due to karma pravachaniya. So therefore there will be no point in giving karma pravachaniya samya in such a case. Right? So tritiya arthe ityanena karta karane na grahyate ramena sharena anuhato vali ityatra upapada vibhakteः कारक विभक्तिर baliyasi iti न्यायेन तृतीयायाः एव प्रवृत्त्या अस्याः संज्ञायाः फलाभावात्. So there will be no point in this particular samnya. नापि एनाङ्गविकारः इति तृतीयार्थः अत्र विवक्षितः अनन्तरस्य इति न्यायेन कर्मप्रवचनीययुक्ते द्वितीया इत्यस्य सहयुक्ते अप्रधाने इत्यस्यैव बाधकत्वात्. So they said there are other tritiya vidhayaka sutras which are there. There is enanga vikaraha, there is heto, etc. So as we know, karaka tritiya cannot be overruled by this. So there are many sutras which give upapada tritiya, like this sahayukta pradhane heto enanga vikaraha, etc. So which of these should we take? So he says anantarasya vidhirva bhavati pratishedho va bhavati iti paribhasha asti. So either vidhi or pratishedha will be for the one which is immediately next to it or the closest to it. So among the upapada vibhakti vidhayaka sutras, sahayukta pradhane is the first, right? So because of that, if you look at the because of that, I don't remember the number of just a second. Okay. So we have karma pravachaniya yukta dvitiya here, which is 238. So if you look at the tritiya, it starts with kartakarnayos tritiya. So we know that this cannot be overruled because it is a karaka vibhakti and is much stronger. So coming to the upapada vibhaktis, as you can see, sahayukta pradhane is the first one. There are many later, enanga vikaraha, itham bhutalakshane, etc., etc. So, but first one is sahayukta pradhane. So, according to that rule of anantarasya vidhirva bhavati pratishedho bhavati, he says overrule that, and therefore we are taking that particular meaning, which is sahayukta pradhane, that is the artha, sahartha or sahitya is taken as tritiyartha here. नापि एनाङ्गविकारः इति तृतीयार्थो अत्र विवक्षितः अनन्तरस्य विधिर्वा भवति प्रतिषेधो वा भवति इति न्यायेन कर्मप्रवचनीययुक्ते द्वितीया इत्यस्य सहयुक्ते प्रधाने इत्यस्यैव बाधकत्वात्. So तदाह, therefore he says नदीम् अनु अवसिता सेना, नदीम् अनु अवसिता सेना नद्या सह सम्बद्धा इत्यर्थः. So here, she bandhane ktaha. So the dhatu here avasita. So the dhatu is she bandhane. So because of the anu, it indicates sambandha. That is the sena, the army is camping or is moving along the banks of the river, so that it is very closely associated with the river. So the anu indicates the sambandha, that is sahitya nadya saha sambandha ityartha. So it indicates sahitya between the nadi and the sena. Right? So that is because of that it has karma pravachaniya samya, and because of the karma pravachaniya samya there is dvitiya vibhakti on nadi. Otherwise there should have been nadya anvavasita. Nadya sambandha itivat sahitye, whether it says in, as we see in sahayukta pradhane, whether the word saha is there or not, saharthe tritiya vibhaktir bhavati. So it should actually have been nadya. Tritiyarthe atra karma pravachaniya samya asti, atah dvitiya vibhakti bhavati. Nadim anu avasita sena. So nadya saha sambandha iti. That is the sahityam dvitiyarthaha anuho tadyotakaha iti bhavaha. So the word one which was actually the meaning of tritiya is now given by the dvitiya vibhakti, which is indicated by the karma pravachaniya anu. So next he says, which is the dhatu? Is it shoanta karmani? No, it says she bandhane. Right. So that is about this sutra. So the next sutra says hine. Ekapadatmakam sutram. अत्रापि कर्मप्रवचनीयाः इत्यधिक्रियते अनुर्लक्षणे इत्यनेन अनुः इति अनुवर्तते हीने द्योत्ये अनुः प्राग्वत्. So it gets karmapravachaniya samya when this heenartha is indicated. Heena is when somebody is inferior. So when inferiority is being indicated, we have karmapravachaniya for anu. So anu harim suraha. Suraha harim anu. So harer heenaha ityarthaha. So they are inferior to Hari. That is, the other gods are all inferior to Hari. So here the hina, anu ityanena hinaha iti heenartham dyotyate. So it indicates the thing that they are inferior, and therefore there is karma prasaniya samya and dvitiya vibhakti on Hari. Hari shabdat dvitiya vibhakti kriyate harer hinaha ityarthaha. उपोधिके च त्रीणि पदानि सन्ति उपः अधिके च. So chakarat, so cha ityanena hine. So anuhu hine, upaha adhike cha, adhike hine cha. So when it indicates both adhika and hina, that is superiority and inferiority, both of which can be indicated by upa. So in both these cases there is dvitiya vibhakti because of the karma. No, sorry, not in both these cases. So adhike, there is karma pravachaniya samnya in both cases. So adhike hine cha dyotye upa ityavyayam praksamyam syat. So the particle upa gets karma pravachaniya samnya when it has when it indicates the sense of superiority and inferiority. Adhike saptami vakshyate. So there is saptami vibhakti when it indicates superiority, because there should be a difference. If it indicates both and you have the same vibhakti, you will not know whether it is saying superior or inferior. Okay? So when it indicates superiority, there is saptami vibhakti which will be told. I mean, he'll bring in the sutra in the saptami prakarana. So when it is heenartha, upaharim suraha, saeva arthaha, anuharim suraha ityasya arthaha, saeva atrapi arthaha. Suraha harehe hinaha ityarthaha. Upaharim suraha. Yatra adhikyam dyotyate tatra karma pravachaniya samnya bhavati, kintu tat prayuktatvena dvitiya saptami vibhakti agre vakshyate. So dvitiya is not the only vibhakti associated with karma pravachaniya. Prayena karma pravachaniya yukte dvitiya vibhaktir bhavati, kintu kadachit tritiya, kadachit panchami, kadachit saptami vibhakti api bhavitum arhata. Satrapi harer hinaha ityeva arthaha. Lakshanetham bhutakhyana bhagavipsasu pratiparyanavaha. Right. So lakshana itham bhutakhyana bhagavipsasu pratipari anavaha. So prati pari anu. There are three particles and which indicate any of these meanings. Lakshana, Itham Bhutakhyana, Bhaga or Vipsa. So we have Karma Pravachaniya Samya. So Karma Pravachaniya Ityadhikaraha. Eshvartheshu Vishaya Bhuteshu. So when these senses are being indicated, Pratyadayaha Ukta Samyaha Srihu. So Prati, Pari and Anu will have Karma Pravachaniya Samya. So Lakshanetham Bhuta. Look at the Vyakhyana. Lakshanam Jnapakam. So Lakshana is what we already saw. Jnapakam yena chinhena jnayate. So that which is an indicator of some other thing is called a Lakshana. Itham Bhutaha. So there is again Ayam Prakaraha Itham Tam Praptaha Itham Bhutaha Tasya Akyanam Upapadakam Itham Bhutakyanam. So what is this? We will see. So Bhagaha Svikaryomshaha. So Bhaga is a part or here they take it as the swa, a part which belongs to somebody is bhaga. Okay. Saying Harer bhagaha, that part belongs to Hari. Hari is the Swami and that part belongs to him. Svikaryaha amshaha ityarthaha, tat Swami vivakshitaha. So the owner of a particular part of something is called, is indicated by this bhaga. Vipsa, vyaptum, kapsnena sambandhum, ichha, vipsa. So vipsa is where there is a desire to cover everything. Vipsa is, I mean, one of the common things that we say is like, say, pratidinam, dinam prati. There we have a samasa vipsarthya veibhava. So it means every day there is a desire to associate each of those components, whatever, the day. So each day is being associated with a kriya, whatever. Pratidinam shalam gacchati or pratidinam prarthayate, whatever. So there is katsnena sambandhum ichha. So for there to be a complete association with whatever is being indicated, that is vipsa. So in these four, lakshanancha, ithambhutakyanancha, bhagashcha, vipsacha, iti dvandvat vishaya saptami. So there is saptami vibhakti. And again, he does not say generally. There is a difference between Jyotya and Vishaya, which we will not go into here. So basically, when these things are there, when these senses are being conveyed by the sentence, we have this karma pravasaniya samya. So lakshane vriksham prati pari anu va vidyotate vidyut. So vidyut, lightning. Vriksham prati vidyotate. So where does it, where is it striking? So it says vriksham prati. So we saw this yesterday itself. So the vriksha is used as an indicator for lightning. So vriksham prati, vriksham pari, or vriksham anu vidyotate. All these cases there is karma pravachaniya and therefore there is dvitiya vibhakti on vriksha. Okay. So vriksham prati iti. Lakshya lakshana bhava sambandhaha dvitiyarthaha. So the dvitiya here will convey the lakshya lakshana bhava. That is vidyut is lakshya and vriksha is the lakshana. Sacha pratyadi dyotyah. Lakshanaha pratyadivihi. Prati pari anu etaihi dyotyate. Vrikshena lakshyamana vidyut vidyotate ityarthaha. Utpanna vinashta vidyut. So vidyut or lightning is very, very transient. It is there and it is not there. It is lost. Utpanna vinashta vidyut. Tadutpaditaha vriksha prakashopi utpanna vinashta eva. So when it lights up a tree, that is when it strikes near a tree and the tree lights up, that is also very transient. Utpanna vinashta eva. Tathacha vriksha prakashottaram vidyataha asatvena pratyaksha bhavat anumeya sa. So when you see a tree being lighted, lighting up, you know that there was lightning, but now the lightning is no more there. Vriksha prakashottaram vidyataha asatvena. Vidyut is not there. So you cannot see it. That prakasha pratyaksha bhavat. You cannot see the lightning. I mean, you know that there has been a lightning because you see the tree lighting up. But now the vidyut is no more there and so you cannot see the lightning. Anumeya sa. So it should be known by some other inference, by inference. That is, it cannot be directly seen, so it should be inferred that there was lightning because the tree lighted up. So tatascha prakashitena vrikshena vidyut jnanat. So you are knowing that there was lightning by looking at the tree. So vrikshaha lakshanam. So vriksha is the lakshana for vidyut. So lakshane dyotye prati pari anu ityetesham karma pravasaniya samya bhavati. Okay. So the next one is bhutakhyana. So actually I think I will go through this part after I look at the bhashya once, okay? Because I myself am not very clear about this. So itam bhutakhyana we will see in the next class. So we have bhagaha. Bhagaha svikaryomshaha tatswami vivakshitaha. Lakshmihi harim prati pari anu va. So Lakshmihi harim prati ityasti. So harer bhagaha ityarthaha. So So she is a part of Hari, or she belongs to Hari. Ityarthaha. So they take it as that Swami. So Lakshmi Harihi Lakshmyaha Swami Ityavarthaha Anena Vakyena Gamyate. So she belongs to Hari. That sense of something belonging to, that is what is meant by Bhaga here. Svikaryaha Amshaha, that which is taken by Hari. Because I mean, they are talking about the Samudra Mathana, where there were different things. So this Lakshmi belongs to Hari. So Lakshmi hi Harim Prati. So she went to Hari. That part belongs to Hari. Svikaryaha Amshaha. Harina Svikritaha Amshaha Sa Ityarthaha. So Harer Bhagaha Ityarthaha. So Lakshmir Harim Pratiti Swamitvam Dvitiyarthaha. So the sense of ownership is conveyed by Dvitiya. Pratyadi Dyotyaha, and indicated by Pratipari or Anu. So Harer Bhagaha Ityarthaha. Hare hai Svabhuta. That is, she is, belongs to Hari Ityarthaha. So in this sense, there is Karma Pravachaniya, and therefore there is Dvitiya on Hari. Harim Prati. Vyaptum Satsnena Sambandhum Ichha Vipsa. So Vriksham Prati Pari Anu Va Sinchati. So Vriksham Prati Sinchati. He sprinkles or waters each tree. Vriksham Prati Sinchati. So each tree, there is Katsnena Sambandhum Ichha. He wishes to water each tree without leaving anything. Katsnena, that is completely. So to associate all trees with Sinchana. So therefore there is Vipsa, and we have, which is in the, and therefore Vipsa is Vriksham. That is why we have the Dvitva. And Nitya Vipsayoho Ityanena Dvitvam Bhavati. So because of Vipsa there is Dvitva, Vriksham Prati. And in this case there is Karma Pravachaniya, and therefore there is Dvitiya Vibhakti. So So now he says, what is the purpose of Karma Pravachaniya Samya here? Because for Dvitiya, we don't need to have Karma Pravachaniya. Vriksham Sinchati, or Vriksham Sinchati. So the Sinchana, the Seka Kriya, the Karma is Vriksha. So because of Karma, Karmani Dvitiya Ityanenaiva Dvitiya Vibhakti Siddhyati, Kimartham Atra Karma Pravachaniya Samya iti prashnaha. So he says, Upasargatva bhavat na shatvam. So in this case, as I told, Karma Pravachaniya Samyayaha Amshadvayam asti. So it has two purposes. One is to have the Dvitiya Vibhakti, and the second one is to prevent Gati Samya or Upasarga Samya. That is, to prevent the karyas which occur due to Gati Samya or Upasarga Samya. So in this particular case, Prati Sinchati, it is sthite, Shatvam Prapnoti. Upasargat, what is the sutra? So there is one long sutra, Upasargat Sunoti, etc. So by that sutra, there is Shatva being given for the Sinchati. For example, if you have Abhishinchati, Abhisheka, where you see that Shatva, you have Abhi and the same Dhatu, you have the Shatva, Abhishinchati or Abhisheka. Right? So similarly here, if it is an Upasarga, Upasargat Parasya Shatvam Bhavati. So if this Prati, Pari or Anu had Upasarga Samya, Shatvam Prapnoti. Shatvam Badhitum Upasarga Karma Pravachaniya Samya Vidhiyate. Yatra Karma Pravachaniyatvam, Tatra Upasargatvam Nasti Ityataha Shatvam Na Bhavati. Atayo Uchyate, Atra Upasargatva Bhavat Na Shatvam. So atra iti. So where is this? Atra iti. Gatyupasarga samnyapavadaha karma pravachaniya samnya ityuktam. Ataha atra pratehe karma pravachaniya samnyaya upasarga samnyayaha badhat upasargat sunoti iti shatvam na bhavati. Karma pravachaniyatva bhavetu pratehe upasargatvat tatah parasya sinchatehe sasya shatvam syat ityarthaha. If there were no Karma Pravachaniya Samya, then there could have been Shatva by that sutra, because there is Upasarga Samya. So now he takes what the Bhashya says. Exactly. So the Vyakyanakara again makes it clear that that is not what the Bhashya says. So kimarthamidam uchyate karmatvadeva dvitiya siddhyati upasarga samyani vrittistu na prayojanam kriya yoga bhave tad aprasaktehe ityakshipya dvitiyarthameva etat karma pravachaniya samya vidhanam ityuktam. So the Bhashyakara has a different take on it. I mean, what the Dikshitar says is that there is karmatva and therefore there is dvitiya and therefore this is not needed. But the Bhashyakara says there is kimarthamidam uchyate. So why is this told? Karmatvadeva dvitiya siddhyati upasarga samya nivrittistu na prayojanam. Kriya yoga bhave tadaprasaktehe. Because as we told already, there is no kriya yoga. This is a karma pravachaniya. Therefore, prati is not associated with sincity. Right? We say aprayujyamanasya kriyaya yoga. So it is not associated with the kriya which is here. So prati is not associated with sincity. So therefore, why? Upasargatvam nasti. Upasargaha kriya yoga. Where there is direct association with kriya, there only we have shatva. So there is no shatva here. And therefore, I mean, there is no aprasakti. There is no possibility of getting shatva here, and therefore that is not prayojanam. Upasarga samya nivrittistu na prayojanam. Kriya yoga bhave tad aprasaktehe iti akshipya dvitiyarthameva etat karma pravachaniya samya vidhanam ityuktam. So he says it is for dvitiya. Why? Vrikshasya sechane karmatvepi. Even though vriksha is the karma for sechana, tad abhivakshayam yatra karmatvam na vivakshate sambandha vivakshayam shashthim badhitum. So sheshe shashthi ityasti yatra yadi karmanah vivaksha nasti tarhi sheshatva shashthi vibhaktihi prapnoti kevalam sambandhaha vrikshasya sinchati vriksha sambandhi sechanam ityarthe. So shashthim badhitum. So to prevent that shashthi karma pravachaniyatva vidhanam. Kincha, and also he says vrikshasya sechane karmatvepi. Even though it is true that vriksha is the karma for sechana, prathamataha pratidyotya sambandhe anvayena antarangatva tannamitta shashthi badhanartham idam. So he says, in this particular case, initially there is an anvaya with the sambandha, which is the anu, which is indicated by prati, pari or anu, which is indicated by the upasarga. And then there is association with the kriya. Okay? Initially there is sambandha and then there is karma. So antarangatvat. So because the association with this sambandha is antaranga, there could have been shashti. Okay? Overruling the karmani dvitiya. Kincha vikshasya sechane karmatvepi prathamataha pratidyotya sambandhe anvayena antarangatvat tannimitta shashti badhanartham idam. So vriksham prati pakshinaha asate ityadav. And also in cases where there is an akarmaka dhatu. Vriksham prati pakshinaha asate ityadav. Akarmaka dhatu yoge. When association with akarmaka dhatu, where asate, aste, asate, asate. Aste is not a sakarmaka, it is an akarmaka dhatu. Adhikaranadi samya nirasanatham. To overrule the other samyas like adhikarana and so on. Idam iti bhashyashayaha iti Shabdendra Shekhare Manjushayam cha spashtam. So this is what is in that is Nagesha's view.
Unmuted.
So this is exactly what is given in the Nagesha's commentary at the last of. He just paraphrased entire Nagesha's commentary on Akarmatvat and Sakarma. Beautifully, he has given that. But that's the gist of the whole thing. That it is not for Dudiya, just to prevent this thing. So, nice. Very nice.
This is why Dikshita does not accept it, because everywhere he says Upasargatva Bhavarna Shatvam and so on.
No, that is, I think that is for first level of, I think that is for first level of understanding. Because even, to be true, because even in Bhashyakara, he says that, then he keeps arguing. He says that, karma pravachanasya sankhya yatasya gati upasarga. He said, is it for that? He said, no, because the anu is not related to kriya at all. So you cannot bring in, because of that, you cannot bring in that that argument. Then he says that it's only to give Dvitiya. That's all. He ends it there. He says it is for giving Dvitiya. Period.
So if the Siddhanta is that it is for Dvitiya and there is no Upasarga Samya possible here, I mean this is like stating the untruth. If there is no Upasarga Samya at all here, how can Ikshitar say Upasargatva Bhavat na Shat? I mean, it does not make any sense. So even if he is giving it for a beginner,
Right.
I don't know. I mean, if it is not correct at all, if it is completely wrong, then
Because if you don't, because I think if you look at the Balamanorama, first he tries to explain Atra Upasarga, he explains it, then he says,
but he
in
has to
fact,
do because it is the Vyakhyana, he has to explain what it means. Why is he raising that question is because Upasargatva Bhavat na Shatvam.
Right.
So why did that question arise at all? He explains that. He has to do that.
Right.
So that is fine. But if the Siddhanta is this, so I mean, what does this
because Balamanorama Kara is not writing a Vartika, he is writing a Bhashya. If he is writing a Vartika, then he can do Durukta or Anukta, he can say.
Yes, he cannot.
But he cannot go against the thing. But it's
He
very
just
interesting.
gives what not. So what exactly does Dikshitar, I mean, seems to have completely ignored that, or I mean, I don't know what. Maybe we should see.
And for this, the examples of Kashika is beautiful. This particular portion, if you have access to Kashika, the examples given for Ittam Bhuta and all, it's very nice examples. Kashika Gara always comes up with beautiful examples. And this particular thing, he comes up with very nice examples, especially the Ittam Bhuta thing, the differentiation between that and the Prapta. See, even here, the Vidyuta, there it is Akarmaka. Right? Because the lightning is akarmaka. So it has nothing to do with vriksha at all. So there's no sambandha to vriksha at all. So that's what he says. In this case, Anu brings in the Dvitiya. If not for Anu, it will have gone to Shesha Shashti. It would have become a Shashti.
There it is a Shashti always. Yes, Shashtyarthasya Badhaha.
Right. So
because there is no karma. I mean, in this case, there is at least, I mean, you can see a perceive a karma between Vriksham and Sinchati. There it is not a karma sambandha.
One other thing I wanted to this thing was even in the example he gives like Nadin, Anu, Avasita Sena, what possible kriya which is aprayojamana which we can associate with? That I could not understand. I mean, I see this, but I don't know enough to say that. What is it like? There we said Nishamana.
Thinking of that while I was teaching that today. Like, what is the aprayojamana kriya?
Aprayojamana kriya. So I wanted that. I wanted to ask you what we could insert there. Like there we said that after listening to japa. So listening was that Nishamana was that.
But,
so I tried.
There everywhere. That is what my problem. I mean, I was thinking because is it there everywhere?
See, if the definition of the karma pravachaniya is as per bhashya, then it is not related to the kriya, right? So it is related to some kind of So it is related to some other kriya, which is aprayojamana.
Yeah, that is one more point which is there, which is confusing because I was reading that in some other context, where in case of an anvartha kriya like this, anvartha samya. So when it is saying karma pravachaniya, it need not probably, I don't know, maybe it needs not always be associated with the kriya.
With a kriya, which makes sense because in this case, saha, the anu gives the meaning of saha.
Sayyaka makes that point in one other sutra. I was reading about some other thing. He says anvartha samya. So where possible, it is there. But in cases where it is not possible, the samya will still operate. So an anvartha samya need not be anvartha in each and every case, is what he says. So it requires much more thinking. And
that's what I was thinking because you have that Nagesha's this thing, Indushekara. Maybe he would have given some, I don't have that book, so maybe if he has given for this particular thing, aprayojamana,
Paribhasha Indushekara does not touch this point as far as I know.
Shabda Indushekara. You have
the Indushekara. Yes, I have it.
So maybe he can
let us see what he says about the karka, but I don't remember. So I'll read it if I'm not sure if he says anything about it. Karma Pravachaniya. Okay, I'll just look it up. So we'll stop here. So in the next class, let us see. I mean, you can go through whatever you have. So I'll read up the Bhashya, the Shekhara, and probably the Kashika, and see what exactly is all the whole thing about. Okay. So if any of you can have any doubts or if you can add more, so please feel free to do so. I mean, Ravichandranji can do so at will because I mean he can mute and unmute himself, but don't hesitate because I mean you can always raise your hand or ask, type in a message and you can tell what you think about it, right? येनाक्षर समाम्नाय मधिगम्य महेश्वरात् तत्सं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः मुनित्रयं नमस्कृत्य तदप्यष्टृघाप्य च वैयाकरणसिद्धान्तकौमुदीं विरच्यते
The